let's talk about slipping stitches in our knitting. So in knitting, especially in things like lace work, you have to be really careful about the way you slip your stitches. So there's things called slipping stitches knitwise and slipping stitches purlwise. So in a pattern, if it doesn't specify which way to slip your stitch, it's best to assume that you should always slip it purlwise. So what that means is you're trucking along in your knitting, da-de-da-de-da, everything's great, and now I need to slip a stitch. But it doesn't say knitwise or purlwise. So with the assumption that it's purlwise, what you're gonna do is simply take your right needle, insert it directly into the front half of the next stitch, and just leapfrog that stitch right over to the right hand needle without doing anything with your working yarn. So I can show you that one more time right now. So we're la-di-da-di-da, knitting along, and we've got to slip that next stitch purlwise. So what we do, insert our right hand needle into the front of the stitch as if to purl, but without doing anything with our working yarn, we just leapfrog it directly over to the right hand needle. Now, going back a little, let's talk about slipping stitches knitwise. So we're gonna knit along in our work, just shooting the breeze, having a good old time, and then we need to slip knitwise. So once again, without doing anything with our working yarn, we're going to use our right needle to slip our stitch. But since it's slip knitwise, we're going to work the right hand needle through this next loop as if to knit. So that means inserting the needle from the front to the back, just like we're about to do a knit stitch, but instead of doing anything with that working yarn, we slip that loop over to the right hand needle. And so what this does when we slip it knitwise is it turns the stitch from laying like all the other stitches this way on our needle to twisting it around to having it lay this way, which is really important in lace work because the way that the stitches lay really affects how the finished lace looks. So let's show you that, both of these one more time. So I'm going to show you how to slip a stitch purlwise right now, which is we're going to knit until we get to the point where we want to slip a stitch purlwise, and we insert the needle into the front of that loop, slipping it purlwise. And then, since I've showed you this before, I'm just going to keep on going and show you how to slip knitwise on this next loop, which is going from the front to the back through that next loop, just like you were going to knit a stitch, but without using your working yarn. You jump that over to the right hand needle, and side by side here, you can really see that our knit stitch is laying this way on our right hand needle now, and our stitch that was slipped purlwise is laying the opposite.